Hello guys, welcome to our channel The Foundation Course. Today we are going to discuss multiple choice questions from second chapter of NCERT Class 7 Geography. Second chapter is about inside our earth. So let's begin. Question number 1. The innermost layer of the earth is called option A mantle, option B core, option C crust, option D none of the above. Answer is option B, that is core. The innermost layer of the earth is called core. Question number 2. Which of the following arrangement is correct regarding the layers of the earth? That is from top layer to bottom. Option A. Crust, mantle, inner core, outer core. Option B. Mantle, crust, inner core, outer core. Option C. Crust, mantle, outer core, inner core. Option D. Mantle, crust, outer core, inner core. Answer is option C, that is crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The crust is the thickest of all the layers. Statement 2. The continental crust is thicker than the oceanic crust. Select the correct statement. Option A, only one. Option B, only two. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer is option B, that is only 2. The crust is the thinnest of all the layers and the continental crust is thicker than the oceanic crust. Question number 4. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The main constituents of continental crust are silica and alumina. Statement 2. The main constituents of oceanic crust are silica and magnesium. Select the correct statement. Option A, only 1. Option B, only 2. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. The main constituents of continental crust are silica and alumina. The main constituents of oceanic crust are silica and magnesium. Question number 5. The inner layer of the earth, that is the core, is mainly composed of 1. Silica, 2. Nickel, 3. Platinum, 4. Iron. Choose the correct option. Option A, 1 and 3. Option B, 2 and 3. Option C, 1 and 4. Option D, 2 and 4. Answer is option D, that is 2 and 4. The innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3,500 kilometers. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is also called as knife. The central core has a very high temperature and pressure. Question number 6. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The crust forms only 1% of the Earth's volume. Statement 2. The mantle forms only 15% of the Earth's volume. Statement 3. The core forms only 84% of the Earth's volume. Select the incorrect statement. Option A, only 1. Option B, 2 and 3. Option C, 1 and 3. Option D, 1, 2 and 3. Answer is option B, that is 2 and 3. The crust forms only 1% of the volume of the earth. 84% consists of the mantle and 15% makes the core. Question number 7. The rock, which is made up of molten magma, is option A, igneous. Option B, sedimentary. Option C, metamorphic. Option D, all of the above. Answer is option A, igneous. Rocks which are made up of molten magma are called as igneous rocks. Question number 8. Gold, petroleum and coal are examples of option A, rocks. Option B, minerals. Option C, fossils. Option D, none. Answer is option B, that is minerals. Rocks are made up of different minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. Minerals are very important to the humankind Some are used as fuels, for example, coal, natural gas, and petroleum. They are also used in industries, for example, iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc. They are also used in medicines and they are also used as fertilizers, etc. Question number 9. Rocks which contain fossils are: option A, igneous rocks; option B, sedimentary rocks; option C, metamorphic rocks; option D, all of the above. Answer is option B, that is sedimentary rocks. Rocks roll down, crack, and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone is made from grains of sand. These rocks may also contain fossils of plants, animals, and other microorganisms that once lived on them. Question number 10. Which of the following are also called as primary rocks? Option A, sedimentary rocks; option B, metamorphic rocks; option C, igneous rocks; option D, all of the above. Answer is option C, that is igneous rocks. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called as primary rocks. Question number 11. Intrusive and extrusive rocks are the classification of: option A, sedimentary rocks; option B, metamorphic rocks; option C, igneous rocks; option D, all of the above. Answer is option C, that is igneous rocks. Lava is actually fiery red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten magma comes onto the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust. Solid rocks so formed are called as intrusive igneous rocks. Question number 12. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Basalt is an example of intrusive igneous rocks. Statement 2. Granite is an example of extrusive igneous rocks. Select the incorrect statement. Option A, only one; option B, only two; option C, both 1 and 2; option D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Basalt is an example of extrusive igneous rocks. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Granite is an example of intrusive igneous rock. Question number 13. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks. Statement 2. Metamorphic rocks cannot be changed into igneous and sedimentary rocks. Select the correct statement. Option A, only one; option B, only two; option C, both 1 and 2; option D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer is option A, that is only 1. The process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as a rock cycle. When the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rock. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. When the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down to form molten magma. This molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. Guys, this is the end of the video. If you like the video, please give thumbs up. If you have any queries or remarks, please do mention in the comment section below. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Have a nice day.